Merry Christmas from the Guillén family. And no, I am not Santa Claus. I'm just overweight.
Or
No, by the way, you lose a lot of weight, bro.
Or Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. Look at.
And Happy Kwanzaa.
I'm glad that we made it. Usually, the 25th is usually a day where being sober, you're not hungover, but for the parents, it's hard.
and for us Latinos, we party the night. We party the night before
The 24th.
Yeah, so we have the dinner, nice dinner. Then we party. A lot of drinking goes on, a lot of dancing, and then the next morning, usually we're tired and hungover, and then the presents get opened up around like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
So let's show.
No, really, your mom, 28, 29. Come on.
Show some Guillén tradition in here. Doing it for the gram. Some of the love of what we've had in our past Christmas holidays throughout the years. So Christmas. I gotta explain something real quick. We're not a boy band.
This is not the Backstreet Boys.
We're not the
Latin.
So my favorite tradition that we try to keep, and later on today we'll take more family pictures, but everyone kind of dress up the same on Christmas, on New Year's, themed clothes. Christmas, obviously.
Yeah, so obviously you guys are thinking this is gone throughout the years, and in this particular year, these things were in. So don't they were in style. So my mom would make us all dress up the same because she thought it would make nice family pictures, which now they do. You can see the evolution of Ozzy's goatee. You can see the evolutions of my facial hair. I didn't grow any back then, and you can see the evolution with people's weight and stuff. So it's nice to have.
So what we like though, when we talk about people, Christmas, for me, I had to get used to Christmas in the cold weather. And now here in Chicago, I'll get to celebrate it with Oso and Adela later on, opening up their presents, and it'll be cold. We want to go play outside. You guys, you're only used to warm weather Christmases.
It's funny because here I got a couple of friends out in South Venezuela. Say, "Oh, it's pretty nice. We're on the beach." I said, "You don't have a Christmas in the United States, at least, or in New York. If Bobby Allende, at least we don't have snow." And I never had that.
This is your first Christmas?
My second.
Oh, yeah, right, last year.
Last year I was there, and kind of weird because every time the 25th we get up in the morning, I get up hangover, like nobody talk to me, please. We go to the beach, and 1 o'clock in the afternoon, everybody's passed out on the beach, like tired.
Quick question: did you always have a job on Christmas as a baseball player?
No.
Did you ever go into a Christmas? Did you ever go into a Christmas like
I'm unemployed?
No one's picked me up.
Oh yeah.
Santa, I wanted you to call me. I just
please give me a contract.
I did it 1 year. I was when I was lose a job with Atlanta Braves. Then Baltimore. Then Baltimore. I don't have a sign all the way to like April, maybe.
It's very. I'm sure it's nerve-wracking.
So very lucky though.
I'm sure there's guys
1 year out of 17.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's guys that still haven't signed. So I know it's very, very frustrating. So I know there's guys begging Santa for that Christmas tree. Say, please give me a guaranteed contract.
Yeah, they want to open up the
especially now, brother.
Yeah.
Now because it's because of COVID, they lose a lot of money. You don't know how much money they have for you, how many years.
And a little tidbit for everybody watching at home: the dog that you see on the screen, our pets were actually named after my dad's best friends in baseball back then, which would be shortstop after himself. DH was another dog. He's a bulldog, and second base, which is actually on the screen right now, who was named after.
I want the fans to let me know if you ever gotten. What's your favorite Christmas present? Have you ever named a pet after a Major League Baseball player? This is one of my favorite ones. This is what we were a little bit older. Drinking was already involved in this. Great fun times on the beach, and
Ed Hardy was in.
Yeah, so I have great memories though. Like when we talk about baseball and family, we talk about traditions, okay? And we're sharing some of those Ayaka pictures. So there's a thing called an Ayaka, and you can Google it. And I probably had like 10 of them between yesterday and today. And it's a Venezuelan traditional Christmas plate, but you make it and it's a process. It usually takes about 6 to 10 hours.
We do this Saturday.
In Venezuela, my parents would make it in our house prior to Christmas. And that was like our big Christmas party with our friends. So I remember like Bobby Abreu, Ugi Urbina, Freddie Garcia, that they would come and then they would come and share that Christmas. I've also, a good tradition is I've had some great Christmases with Freddie.
Right.
Obviously now he's with his kids in Florida. But growing up, it was always like that baseball thing. And the other part that I found interesting was when we were making our list of our favorite Christmas presents, mine was a Ferrari. Okay. You would think that my father was a Formula One driver. It was probably the only Ferrari I've ever owned in my life.
So they gave him a Ferrari,
a toy Ferrari,
but you can actually get in it.
Yeah.
So
this is 1993,
94,
but I never got baseball gear.
Why you haven't?
You were around.
But I'm saying,
that's a freebie.
But I'm saying, but I never.
Now they have dicks. Back then, you couldn't get anything in stores that were MLB quality. So we would get everything from the clubhouse. Now you have things that are very similar to MLB quality, and it's amazing. You can go get your batting gloves, all that stuff. So my favorite Christmas gift was, as I got older, was always high-end designer stuff.
Yeah.
Because stuff that I couldn't afford on my own. I still have a Louis Vuitton bag that I carry around, which is, I love that bag. It's amazing. And because I would never pay for it myself, even if I have the money. There was a watch that was in there that I still have, that is a long time ago. But those are the kind of gifts that when you're a kid and you're in high school, 15, 16 years old, it's a big deal. But now, mind you, we grew up differently. Our father was a Major League Baseball player, and happily he could afford these things, just like he can afford those pajamas with the stripes on them.
So that was Adela's first Christmas last year.
Right.
This year we'll be doing the same tradition, and we'll be opening presents later on.
Right. Do you remember what was your favorite gift?
Be honest, no. Well, I got lucky enough.
Now you just get him golf clubs.
So Latino kids get a little baby Jesus present.
Baby Jesus present.
American
Santa
kids
Claus.
get Fat Santa. If you're like us,
this is not a Ricky Bobby movie. They actually do call it Baby Jesus. El Niño Jesus is called Baby Jesus, and that's who you write the card to. And you say, "Oh, Baby Jesus brought me this." So what did Baby Jesus bring you?
Well,
it sounds so weird to say. What did Baby Jesus bring you?
You know, it's funny. I remember they always bring me a glove. Always.
They bring me a glove. Baby Jesus.
But Baby Jesus, they bring the glove the 24th, and all of a sudden the glove disappeared in January 20.
You got
28.
Robbed?
No, all of a sudden
you lost it.
I got my butt kicked, and next year, Baby Jesus bring me the same glove.
So basically, to recap,
that happened twice.
He got a glove, lost the glove, and then Santa, to show Ozzy a lesson, Baby Jesus said, "You're going to get the same glove this year. Hopefully, you kept it."
You were on the naughty list. You know what? Listen, one tradition I really like is 24th, and we haven't done it because the kids are not old enough. The elf on the shelf. But I'm going to make a different. I'm going to put a player on a shelf, like Kruk on a shelf, like a John Kruk doll. That John Kruk's being bad. Like, elf on the shelf, the kids have to say, "Oh, you have to behave." But I'm gonna do it with a baseball player for the next years. That should be one of my new traditions.
You know what? This year we're just lucky that we're getting through the whole year, and Christmas is finally here, and obviously New Year's will be here soon enough. So we want to if you can celebrate it with anyone, if you celebrate it with anyone that you loved, just like Ozzy here is with Adela. My God, time flies. You consider yourself lucky, and hopefully you guys all have presents to open up today. And this is a picture from last year.
By the way, I think this year is a little bit different. I think we have to thank God we're still alive, we're still healthy,
and around family.
All those people there lost their family. Obviously, it's kind of hard, but we got to move on. And
this is when I think this is one of those pictures that it looks like everyone there works at Target.
By the way, I think to me this tradition is back to being normal Christmas. Because Adela and Ozzy, because before it was like drinking and partying and ayaca and pernil.
We're a lot older, and now that Christmas, when you're older, it kind of the jig's up, kind of like when you're around 11, 10 years old. Rollerblades was another great Christmas present we got. One of
the thing that
paintball guns.
Paintball guns. You guys got.
We got great presents.
A lot of good presents.
My point is this: now that the Guillén family now has actual little kids and children, you can see it in their eyes. The love when they open up the presents, the innocence is what it's all about. And eventually there'll be more kids coming in and more presents.
By the way,
but when you're older, you lose the glitz and glamour of what it is.
That little one over there, my little pretty one, you can give her everything.
Are you talking about my mom?
Both. But Adela rather play with the boxes.
Yeah.
They play with the toys.
No, but I think that's what you got to know what you want. So when you're thinking about Christmas, okay, we looked at the game a little different because we're not fans. And I think a lot of fans see a free agent signing as a Christmas gift for them.
Well, you got to open up those purse strings. I know right now that there's guys, still on the shelf, but it's kind of scary for a team to hey, I'm going to go get a George Springer. I'm going to go get
So Francisco Lindor, what would you give Francisco Lindor for Christmas? If you can give him one city and say, this is where you're going to end up, Francisco. By the way, he loves biking. His cycling.
He's an outdoor guy?
He cycles like hardcore, like 30 miles a day.
You know what he should be playing? In Italy or Colombia.
Oh, so he can ride?
Yeah, he can ride the bike.
I believe that, first of all, I think Carlos Santana signed with the Royals. I think Lindor.
By the way, smart man, Santana.
Yeah, because he knows I'm not going to get paid here. Give me my $17 million. Great, good for him. He's a good offensive player. I feel like Francisco Lindor ends up in either the New York Mets or
via trade.
I think he
does end up the season with the Indians and then he moves.
I think he ends the season with the Indians because I don't think anyone's going to give him that. You know what? Let me take that back. I think the Indians are going to trade him because they know he's not going to resign. And I think there he is with his bike. I don't know why I see him ending up with somebody like the New York Mets.
I said Chicago Cubs, but now they have a problem.
Cubs.
No, wait. I think
bias.
Wait a minute. I think about it last year when the Cubs.
Before shedding payroll.
Everybody left, and everybody will
Ronnie
leave.
Woo
I think
cut.
Ronnie Woo can be allowed, Clark.
By the way, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna make fun of the Cubs because fans take it personal.
I don't
care.
care.
No. But I'm saying though, is this Christmas? 2 years ago, including myself, I said I was like, they're gonna be signing people, and I knew what he bought. And Wrigleyville was getting changed, and I thought more money. And they were talking about we're going to build a stadium in Rosemont.
I don't know how that happened.
And then 2 years now, it's like the jig was up, and now
I'll tell you what happens
money.
Quick because you win a World Series and you never know what's going to happen again. You can never take winning a World Series for granted. And B, they decided now they're going to have. And another question is probably where does Chris Bryant end up? Where does Javier Baez end up?
What would you give for Christmas for Javier Baez? Do you let him continue in Chicago?
I believe that Javier Baez will be the franchise of the Chicago Cubs, and I think he will re-sign with the Chicago Cubs, and he will be the only guy there. He's going to get paid what he's worth. I mean, look at all that swag. El Mago. He has the number one. I think he has one of the number one selling jerseys in baseball.
Oh, he just switches between him and top three.
And
it's a perfect player for the Cubs.
He is a lot of Puerto Rican following here. The New York Yankees already have Gleyber Torres.
By the way,
I think Javier Baez is the perfect guy to sign in Chicago.
I think they should. They should keep him because when you talk about you're in the bar and you say, "Hey, where are you from?" I'm from Chicago. Oh,
Baez.
Danny Baez. He reminds me a little bit of Sammy Sosa type.
Oh, he is that guy.
Not that type,
right? No,
not
that level.
But he is that guy.
He is my favorite. He's my favorite player to watch.
If my favorite player is the third baseman.
You like Chris Bryant?
Chris Bryant, a player. But if I got to pay a ticket to see or watch somebody play, that's a guy.
No, but the thing is, hopefully, I'm thinking like Chris Bryant is like Robin Ventura and Ozzie Guillén. It's not about talent. El Mago and I've hung out with him, and you feel the aura.
It's like a thing.
It's like a thing that he has that Alex Rodriguez has been trying to buy it for his whole life,
and he just
doesn't have it. It's like a thing that you feel welcome to him.
But because everybody loves Javi.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 90% people hate.
No, but I'm saying though,
I'm
saying that without even knowing Alex, people don't like him for some reason.
Because they're yellow.
They're jealous of him.
He's a good-looking man. He's very smart. He's one of the best players in the game.
Javier Baez, when you're around Javier Baez, not that level, but it could be like Jeter-esque.
No, I'm saying
like
that
you hang out with Jeter, you're like, wow.
But even like little kids, they imitate him. It's a guy that he gravitates like. He brings in fans that are like.
So Chicago, I think. Let's hope as your Christmas, because I think the Cubs will re-sign Javier Baez and they'll trade Chris Bryant.
Oh, we're gonna go here. The gift that you always want but you never get, in my opinion, is
Jennifer Lopez.
Nolan Arenado.
I was gonna say Jennifer Lopez.
No, I'm saying Nolan Arenado is a Christmas gift that every team wants, but they never get. Meaning, when you're a kid and you're like this year, for a lot of kids out there, they think Santa's gonna get him a PS. But by the way, they're thinking about 3 hours. They're gonna get a PS5. Like right now, also it's too little. I'm so lucky that he's little.
Yeah, because
if not, I wasn't going to ditch out $1,000.
First of all, Nolan Arenado is not a PS5. He's like a PS10. He is the real deal. Any team that gets this guy, because I don't think he's going to end his career, his last 6 good years in baseball, I don't think he does it in Colorado. I think he has a good chance to go where the big checks are written. I think he ends up in the Dodgers uniform. And I think
the Dodgers are the one because they don't sign the
Justin Turner,
the Kobe guy, because
Justin Turner.
he's a great
Ginger.
It was the great player, and we forgot about him in 2 seconds.
I don't think anyone remembers the COVID thing now.
Well, that's what I say. That kid, it was a great player. I don't know, because Arenado,
he would look good in that Dodgers blue.
And I think the Dodgers blue got people. They're going to be full. They're going to be the winner, and they're going to they might get to trade him. And I think they're going to be.
I remember I think the Dodgers, they've been good for a long time, and they're not going anywhere.
Well, you're saying they got the Mookie Betts.
They're not going anywhere.
With Mookie Betts, okay, I think the Dodgers could go the Arenado route and move up some of their younger pieces.
Yeah, because they have
some. When Nolan comes in, when people were talking about, well, if he comes to the White, if he comes to
White Sox,
I'm saying they don't have enough, but I'm saying with any team that gets him, people are getting moved around.
They have to.
Like if you have a third baseman, you're like, I think I should go play.
Unless it's Manny Machado.
Like, I'll give you an example. Francisco Lindor, okay? No one ever talks about it because everyone talks about everybody else. In a free agent market, if the pitchers for the Chicago White Sox this year all panned out, with all due respect to Tim Anderson, I'd say, Tim, go grab your glove. You're go playing right field. And I'd put Lindor at shortstop. And I'd put Timmy in right field. And that could be, I'm just saying, those are the type of players that you say,
they're transcendental players.
Like Alex did when he moved.
I'm saying Pete Rose.
They won a World
Pete
Series.
Rose moved 7 times. Okay, he did it to first base because Tanny Perez. He did it to left field, so he did it. So those are type of players that when you're sitting around and you're like, I got to move for something. It happened with the Marlins. Jose Reyes got signed. Hanley Ramirez was one of the top shortstops in the game. It's like, hey, Hanley, I'm sorry, you got to move to third. Your ego needs to be put to a side. So any free agent, and I even said this out the other day out loud, if Anaheim goes after Arenado, okay, and they want to have Arenado and Mike Trout, and they're going to really suck it out. Rendon needs to go grab his first baseman's glove.
Yeah, and he could do it.
He could do it.
Oh, no. He now can do it. He has to do it.
That's what I'm saying, though. So you do that because they might make Shohei Ohtani a full-time pitcher and just a DH. So then
that's one team that
I remember
they don't need Christmas presents. They need Christmas presents.
So why would you give the Anaheim Angels fans as a Christmas present as a team?
They need
Bauer.
They need all the starting. They need
all
the starting pitching they can get.
Because
they need not only Pujols is going to be in crutches when this season starts because he's getting a lot older. He's getting up there. Joe Maddon needs pitchers.
I think 2 moves are going to be made.
Starting pitching.
They need to go after their new general manager is a great guy. And
Perry Parisian.
Perry is going to go. He's going to do a great job. I hope that they sign a lot of pitchers. They signed Jose Iglesias. Don't ask me why. I don't know.
They're trading.
They trade anyway. I don't know why
the shortstop is not.
Hold on.
No, Simmons.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm just saying that I was just very. Every time I look at Anaheim, anything that's not a pitcher, I'm like, why? Exactly. They already have enough offense. They lead the league in a lot of categories. There's one position in the offense that I think, and we talked about him earlier, that no one talks about. He's really close to Joe Maddon. I can see him being moved to Anaheim.
The catcher.
I can see
Wilson
Contreras going to Anaheim, but they need pitching. They should have gone.
That would be.
I'm surprised.
Amazing.
By the way, $8 million. I don't know how they missed on Lynn. Okay, Lynn was only Dane Dunning. Anaheim could have given up more and gotten him.
Oh, sometimes you don't want to make trade with the same division you play against.
Oh, maybe.
Sometimes you don't want to help.
That could be a thing. But I'm saying, though, they need as much pitching. They should be going after Trevor Bauer. They should be going up after anybody that could offer them a chance to eat innings. They should be in the race.
And I'm going to go on the record and I'm going to say that I believe, owning Guillén, I believe that Trevor will be not as good as advertised for non-COVID regular season. When he has to face the entire league, I think we're going to see more of the guy that we saw in Cleveland.
I think he's going to be, which is a good pitcher,
and a little bit above average.
A little bit. We're not
going to talk about him like we did this about Cy Young.
He's not Garrett Cole. He's not Garrett Cole.
Exactly. And unless he keeps tweeting and YouTubing, I don't think his performance. We'll see. This is my prediction. I don't think his performance.
They're going to be this.
And I think other teams might know this. I think the team that's going to make a run at Bauer is going to be a desperate team that says we need to do something.
We need to do something to make everyone happy. But here's another team, another player that makes that this is true. And I'm going to tell you why the Mets I think might be a good fit for him. But before I get to that one here on this Christmas episode, is I really, really, really believe that Trevor goes to a team like the Mets that does not need a super ace. He can hide himself amongst the group, and
I will sign him with your Yankees.
I'm saying, and he'll get overpaid, or the but I'm saying the Yankees are looking for the next Cole. They have a lot of financial tie-ups. if you're a team that is going out there like the Seattle Mariners and think that you're going to put all your eggs in one basket for a pitcher,
It's not going to work.
He's not the guy. The part that's interesting is when pitchers go out there, and this is why the White Sox got their Christmas present already. Okay, Chicago, you did. Lynn is your Christmas present. Why?
Well, what about Adam Eaton?
Well,
Adam Eaton
I'm saying he was the elf. He's the elf on the shelf.
Adam Eaton is a Hanukkah present.
A Hanukkah present. But I think Lynn he's only going to make $8 million.
Yeah,
Marcus Stroman is making 18.
It's a great bargain.
It's a great bargain. This guy's going to eat innings
1 year.
1 year.
You can already pitch for Tony.
I'm saying he already pitched for Tony. If he can re-sign, you re-sign him. But if not,
you could tell he's already
and he didn't have the gift. So
their
gift. Okay, the guys pitch 180 innings every year. Last year he pitched the most innings in this COVID season on a team that he literally was the only pitcher on that team. By the way, the worst pitching stadium in the American League right now, Texas in the summer is like a shoebox.
Their new stadium?
No, their old stadium where he got destroyed. So this guy's done it in a hard division with a lot of offense. So they already got their present. For other guys on the list, okay, like Springer, Correa, specifically those guys in Houston, there's a lot of hesitation.
I'm going to go
for fans. There's a lot of hesitation because of the trash can.
First of all, let me say one thing. I know this is one guy that I can't stand. I don't even know him personally. Apex Predator. I can't stand this guy. I don't think that he leaves Houston. I think that the Astros.
I think he'd be scared to leave Houston.
I think the Astros re-sign him.
And
they're gonna let Springer go. Obviously,
they did.
I mean, right? I think Correa is the same as Javier Baez. Correa is to the Astros what Baez is to the Cubs. He is not Altuve. He is the face. He's always in front of the microphone. He is their leader. He is Mr. Houston. He does everything for them.
Yeah.
I think the Astros go down the road because the Astros they're gonna lose Springer. They're gonna lose Brantley, most likely. Correa and Altuve, lifetime Astros. He signs for 6-7 years, and then he'll probably end up somewhere else. But I think the Astros are gonna sign him long term.
I think that for him, it might be the best thing to stay with Houston and ride it out.
He's shown loyalty.
With
so much how outspoken he's been.
But I think
defending them, I think he's.
If I'm a general manager, even though he's good, and guys, don't get mad at me for this. Just like with guys with steroids that we think they did or didn't do it, any hitter.
He had a good year.
And I think Altuve is one of the best hitters ever, and he had a good 60-game season. You're always second guessing, saying, "Oh, is he really that good?" I'm sorry. That's just how GMs might take it.
Of course, because that happened. But let's not forget, he was a first-round pick overall.
He's always been good.
Of the country.
He's always been good. Before we knew who Javier Baez was, we knew Correa.
Before the trash cans,
he's always been good.
Carlos was one of the guys that was there when they were terrible, and they started
premium position too.
And they started the build. And he's a shortstop.
Shortstop in a premium.
So that is my opinion. I think he stays.
Is it guy too, Ozzy? Is that a guy too? You can like later it on. You put it on first base. He's a good athlete. Or you put it
extend his career.
He's a good athlete. I think
hopefully the DH. That's the American.
And I think he will be like a Craig Biggio, Jeff Bagwell.
Which Houston's been used to leaving guys there, even if it doesn't make sense signing them.
Exactly. I think they're going to show loyalty to Carlos because Carlos has been at the forefront of all the scandals.
I agree, and I think it's a great pick.
So Houston, you don't have a problem.
No, you have Carlos Correa. I think Springer does go somewhere though. I think Springer I'm sorry, all the White Sox fans. I thought that he was going there.
He's too expensive for the Sox.
Too expensive. I think he goes to a team. The Red Sox. I don't think they're going to spend money. I think this COVID thing hurt him on a situation because
you know who my sleeper team is in the free agent market?
Cleveland,
the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yes.
So I think the Toronto Blue Jays, though.
The Toronto Blue Jays. That's another prediction I'm making. The Toronto Blue Jays are going to make a big splash. They're going to sign somebody.
Are you going to Canada and saying, are you Santa Claus going to Canada and giving?
They're giving a present.
They're giving a present in Canada.
First of all, I'm not allowed in Canada because I have too many parking tickets in Canada, a speeding ticket. So I'm not going back to Canada because they're going to make me pay a fine. Hopefully there's no Canadians watching this. I love Canada. I literally love Canada. But I really think the Blue Jays are going to make a splash. They have a nice young core. They have the money. They have to always overpay a little bit because obviously those Canadian taxes. But I feel like they will make a nice signing.
And they need a veteran guy.
You know what? I also say
Toronto, and they had a nice season. They made the playoffs.
Toronto need to be back what it was.
In the 90s.
That ballpark was
rocking. They have a great fan base.
They got great players. No, but they got unbelievable
But I'm saying the players right now, though, like I feel like they have a young core, okay? And the White Sox didn't have this issue because they had Jose Abreu on their team already. A guy that
They
was
need
a dude. When I call a dude is 30 and 100. Like he's done it over and over. When he walks in, even the Dodgers, they didn't have a Mookie Betts. When Mookie Betts walked in, he was automatically the best player on the team. The Dodgers don't have that.
Even above Bellinger.
They have Bichette. They have like
Vladdy.
They have like up and comers.
Talk about that.
But
kid,
they
man.
need-
that
but-
he can play everything.
Who? Bichette?
No,
Bellinger?
the
Mookie.
Mookie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There's a video
yeah, I
of
saw
him
him
going viral. He does everything.
playing basketball,
Oh, yeah,
bowling,
he's
golf.
He does everything.
Yeah, he's a great athlete. But again, the move that they made for Mookie Betts, okay, and this is a move when you try to make a move for a big name guy. And I
But
think
it
Lindor
worked
can be
out
that
for
guy.
them.
But it worked out. You move a guy. I even think the Lindor move. I think
GM?
Toronto tries to go there. But if you can sign a Springer, the dangerous part, what the difference between Springer and Lindor is, if you trade for Lindor, he might leave you. If you sign Springer,
I think if you trade for Lindor,
you have to sign
it.
him.
It would have to be a sign and trade.
Oh no, that's
Like,
that's
you have to-
that's a talk.
Like you have
No,
to
that's a
sign
talk.
here because you're going to give up a lot.
at least.
And who's Andrew Friedman is the GM for the Dodgers? He looks like a genius. He got his ring. Obviously, 60 games or whatever. It's still a World Series.
I have a question. Andy Friedman was with Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
He was about
They're not signing anyone.
number.
Tampa.
No,
Tampa, you are
You're
not
not
getting
getting
any
any
presents.
No, they turn around with some people. the Santa Claus turn around.
I'll
some
say they
people.
got a
But
Reserano.
that's what they might.
Oh, Andre, what's his name?
A Reserano.
Arozarena. Cuban.
That's what it's like. Okay, I believe in numbers. I believe in
He
this.
was the Santa.
But when he went to the Dodgers, he took all the numbers away. How much is here?
No, I'm
How
saying
much is
he pays
here?
for the best.
He forgot
No, he
how
pays
to
he-
how
he-
build things.
I don't say he
Well,
didn't look for the cheap version
because
of Mookie Betts.
now he has magic in their group.
That's what
the
I say.
Guggenheim guys, that his wallet.
Okay, that's what I
His
say.
budget is.
By the way,
is in Tampa.
here's the Dollar Tree version of Mookie Betts.
Look at it. If you go to the Dollar Tree store baseball, you get Randy Arozarena.
The Tampa Bay Rays are the Dollar Tree.
Who's that guy was played for?
The Cienfuegos in Cuba. I don't
Cienfuegos
know.
in Cuba, and then he played in Mexico. That's with him in Tampa. That's him in the World Series in his cowboy boots. I'm just saying, there's a
There's
dollar.
There's Louis Vuitton,
Yeah,
and then there's like, I wouldn't even say Gucci. This guy's like an upscale Target version. Amazing.
He played amazing, but that's the Tampa Rays. Tampa is going to give you.
So Tampa's not going to sign
When
anyone.
Santa brings you a big present, it's in a big box. Okay, that's your Arenado, your Springer. This Santa in Tampa is a little bit different. He brings you a lot of little presents, a lot of little presents.
with a lot of boxes.
A lot of
Like,
boxes.
Open it up, and
hopefully you get something.
and hopefully Kevin Cash leaves Blake Snell in next time.
Hopefully, but he's another one that might get moved.
Blake Snell is another one. Very Tampa-ish.
But being the Grinch.
Remember,
I'm going to be the Grinch.
Atlanta got a nice president, Charlie Morton.
I'm saying though, I'm going to be the Grinch in this move. I'm so hesitant to make a trade for Blake Snell.
Well,
why would Tampa want to trade him with 3 years left in his contract?
And they have a control of him. It's a little weird.
I don't know because they might say, hey, "Can we win with him?"
No, because they probably have another guy
Okay, no,
that
because
no one's ever heard about.
When-
That's good.
Okay, when you want to think about moving a guy like that, the first question you got to ask, okay, can we win with this kid? No. Okay, let's try to move it on right now and bring
Everybody wants him. What would you give before we wrap up on this amazing Christmas? We got to give teams everyone. What would you give the Cubs as a gift? Because the White Sox,
They got it.
We got. Let's
Willie Harris. They got the tree. Yeah.
First of all, Willie Harris is the third base coach for the Cubs.
Yeah, I love it.
The Cubs are going a new route. What would I give the Chicago Cubs? Hope, because what's coming is very dark days for them. That's my prediction. I really believe that Chris Bryant gets traded, and it's going to be tough for them. I believe once Chris Bryant is gone, that opens up the door for Wilson Contreras.
Yeah.
And I think they stay with Javi, and they build.
I think they'll scrap it out.
Rizzo?
They'll build around Javi. I think Rizzo. I think those three guys. It'll be Baez, Prime Baez, Rizzo fading, Contreras leaves.
How
and the other guy leaves.
about the best?
Oh,
sign
you
ever had?
Darvish.
Hayward.
They have to say that because no one's taking those contracts.
Oh my God.
No one's
But I'm saying I think they become scrappy. I think they
By
become
the way,
scrappy.
By the
Cubs.
way,
Really?
Darvish. Who gonna get Darvish for this Christmas? Never know.
Yeah,
Darvish. Yes.
He
They
was great last year.
No. They say it's in the people talk.
Well, he has value.
They say
He has value.
we have something on the knee of the thing. We have this guy. He can hit off a couple
Well,
players.
I think again. There's two ways to
And
compete.
by the way, just like real people, some teams ain't getting anything.
Yeah.
You're on the naughty list. Guess
They're the
what?
naughty list.
Guess what?
Pirates.
Guess what? Pirates.
Baltimore. Pirates. Mariners.
Detroit.
No, they give something. Maybe the kid play first base. Bell?
They're not getting anyone.
No, going to New York.
Yes.
Okay,
So they're
okay.
not getting anything. They're
Listen.
taking away a present from them.
Yeah.
You guys aren't getting anything. You weren't on the naughty list, but your owners aren't spending.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. There's going to be a lot of really
because
good
now
players.
owners have the excuse of, hey,
There's going to be
if I didn't spend on COVID,
There's going to be
Hey,
a
by the
team
way,
in
in 20
Japan. There's
years-
going to be a team in Japan or a team in Mexico
In 20
that
years-
can beat a team in the United
The
States.
20 years. By the way, all those guys, I know it's going to be a lot of guys who got a job. A lot. Please contact me. We got a team
Do you
in
think
Mexico.
did the Twins buy presents for their fans?
they
Yeah,
better,
trying-
they better
Cruz.
get Nelly Cruz.
That's going to be a big one.
They get whoever get. I told him, I said, if Nelly Cruz signs with the Twins, they repeat as champions. If they don't, they will not.
So
I don't think so. We're going to put some money down.
Well, don't
Why
worry.
should I be honest?
Your budget against me
by
is
the way,
negative
your
500.
budget by the next Christmas, if you bet, but guys, you're not a good gambler. If you bet on the same thing over and over again, because
First
eventually it's
of all,
going to happen.
I only make. Listen to this. I only make bets that I know I'm going to win.
Oh, I know that. That's why that makes you happy. But we're going to
This
go
guy- Let me guess. He's going to pick the White Sox to win the
double
division.
or nothing.
Whoa.
Double or nothing.
Pair of shoes.
Double or
shoes.
nothing.
Any
No,
shoes you
shoe.
want.
I got 30,000 per shoe. Double or nothing. I will pick whatever. I might be a dinner for my wife
I
and
can
me.
pay, and Carla. I can pay a dinner
Well,
as long as
but
no appies, no appies.
Hey, you go to dinner?
No
No
appetizers.
happy,
Yeah,
no
because-
drink.
Yeah,
No.
every time before we close up, because we're in the description show, every time you go to dinner to this guy, every drink he gets is a double vodka. Me, when I go to dinner, I eat ramen before I leave, and I drink water.
Man, so this is a team that wouldn't be getting anything.
Hey, that's a team you don't want to be playing.
You don't want to be playing for this guy as an owner. So again, Merry Christmas from the Guillén family. We love you guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you guys in the new year. Merry Christmas.
All my best to you
Feliz
guys.
Navidad.